that after me leaving IUIC in 2018, brothers would have moved on and stopped talking about me in their classes.
What a way to start the white man's new year. What a way to start the white man's new year with going after a traitor.
Nope. It's 2021 now, and brothers are still trying to destroy my name.
This nigga made me wait a long time to come for him. I've been dying to come for him.
Now this whole time I've been quiet, minding my own business, and I never did any more videos trying to go against them. But now, after me getting back on my feet after a few years of making a recovery, they're now trying to destroy my business a second time.
He's back at it again. He's trying to run the scam again. This video was December. This was just 3 days ago. He released this video. Hit play.
What's going on, guys? It's Uzziah, your success strategist, and Black Men's Career is back. I want to address some of the things that was said by Asaph in his class. And I wasn't going to bring none of this stuff out. I was going to move on with my life and keep all of this a secret. But because of the fact that y'all still keep coming for me, even though I'm trying to be left alone, now it's going to come out.
Anybody who says that I did anything wrong, put it up. Put it up. I'm telling you, brother, put it up. Put what we did wrong. Be specific. Don't talk in circles. Don't talk in riddles like everybody who attacks us try to do. Be clear and concise and be specific about the incident, about the time. Use names, use dates, use details like I do when I go in.
The first thing that I want to address is international travel. IUIC has been building this campaign for the past 2 years that they were covering all of my travel expenses for all of my international trips and how I was such a fraud for going in front of Tai Lopez and acting like he played a part in any of my trips. They sent captains to different cities and states with the sole purpose of trying to destroy me to the congregation. They would have all the people in the congregation sit through all these lessons and all this rhetoric about how I didn't have any money, about how I was flat broke, about how I was fronting like I was going to all of these places on my own dime, and yet all of it was being covered by IUIC and the Booster Club. So if IUIC and the Booster Club cover all of my travel expenses, I guess that means I shouldn't have any receipts, huh? Let's look at this. I've been going on international trips pushing this truth before the Booster Club was even invented. Look at this receipt from April 6, 2015, the very first time we broke ground internationally. We went to Jamaica. Later that year, we broke ground in the UK. Y'all remember that? But guess who went on the trip with me? Uh-oh. Now wait a minute. If IUIC funded all of my international trips, why is my wife, Ariel, going on the trip with me? Why is it that it wasn't Mother Shamara on the trip since IUIC was footing the bill? Why wasn't it Mother Paria? Clearly these women have so much more experience than Ariel does and is far more seasoned to build up sisters. So why, if IUIC was paying for all of my trips, since I'm just faking the funk, why was my wife on that international trip? That's because I was paying for the bill. That's right, Nathaniel. I was paying for my wife to go on a trip with me. Now let's give these brothers the benefit of the doubt and say IUIC funded the whole thing. So I guess that means y'all have more faith in Ariel representing your church than you have the mothers of IUIC. So which one is it? Is it Uzziah was paying for international travel long before the Booster Club came, hence that's why his wife was the only sister from our congregation building up sisters over there? Or was it you were paying me because you thought that my wife was more righteous than your own? See, you're going to come to find that you've been digging a hole that you can't get your way out of. You've put so many lies on top of lies that now you can't talk your way around it. Here's the flight and visa receipt from when I went to Ghana. Here's the receipt from when I went on different international cruises. A lot of y'all don't understand that I was going on cruises with my wife before the Quest was ever invented. That's how brothers got influenced to start doing it. A lot of the stuff about IUIC is before many of your time, but you're chiming in on things as though you know it or that you were there, and you're going to find out that you're sadly mistaken. So all of those places that I mentioned in Ty's video, I've been to London this past year, I've been to Israel, I've been to Honduras, the Caribbean channels, Africa. I put up money on my own dime to be there. It was on the strength of my business efforts that got me the money to make many of those trips. And that's the reason why I mentioned Ty in the video. So we want to say, as always, thank you, Ty.
Thank you, Ty.
We have been very blessed to be a family that has done this together, which I know is very rare, but it's possible if you just apply the information. You know, IUIC, it's crazy that you would try to play me like I couldn't go to these places on my own strength. That's exactly what I was doing for years in trying to build up this ministry. It wasn't until I was traveling every month that I couldn't make any money from my business because I was so busy trying to push the truth for the y'all that I couldn't work. So that's when I started going to Kanai and saying, hey, listen, Bishop, I can't afford to go on all of these trips. The reason I couldn't afford it is because y'all had me going so much I could not work. But don't front like, oh, Uzziah would have never been to London had it not been for us. Uzziah could have never been to Africa had it not been for us. Why you think that I was with y'all the very first time we broke ground internationally in Jamaica? I already had a passport. I was already traveling internationally. But y'all try to play me in front of the masses of the people like I was just some broke dude that was nothing before y'all met me. Now, let's talk about how this whole international controversy got started. This all started based upon a series of emails that was sent by a sister that none of us knew.
I've never met this woman, but she was complaining to us that he was running a scam. I've never met this woman, but she was complaining to us that he was running a scam. I've never met this woman, but she was complaining to us that he was running a scam.
Now, I got a phone call from Deacon Abiel telling me that due to this sister's rant that she sent, that was indicative of the fact that I was a scam artist, that I was a liar, and that I should no longer promote my services to Israelites. This is all what I was told, as God is my witness. Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 15. Admonish a friend, for many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale. She was sending non-stop emails to the leadership saying that I was being so offensive in all of my business dealings. And at the time that she was sending it, the leadership acknowledged that she was on a mission to destroy me.
I just want to say this regarding to Uzziah. Remember when the woman was complaining about your business?
Correct.
And she was saying she wanted us to judge you. I think every week she emails me, Bishop Kanai, Deacon Abiel, about you. Is this
correct?
Shady, this, he's that.
Correct.
I want us to keep in mind Galatians 6:1, because she was saying to us, get rid of Captain Uzziah or else. Demote him or else. So I told Deacon Abiel, me and I just speak to Uzziah. We're not someone to destroy Uzziah. That's her plan, her purpose. We're not someone to destroy Uzziah. That's her plan, her purpose.
As I stated in my original video against IUIC, this sister was never my customer, and I never gave her any money.
Okay, so this sister that you were referring to, right? The one that was reaching out to you from week to week. This sister was never one of my customers, ever in life. She's never done any business with me. She voluntarily signed up to receive my free newsletters.
So it's beyond me how Asaph would come back all these years later and say openly that I sent this sister money when I told him directly I never sent this sister any money.
Why did you leave this portion of the sister's email out of your video? What were you trying to hide? Now in your video you stated that you did return the sister her money. And rightfully so, because she felt deceived. When he put the stuff up of me talking and the bishop talking, he didn't tell us. He said there she never had any dealings with him. So why did he give her back money?
Bruh.
It wasn't until she was complaining, Uzziah had to give her back her money. Because she was threatening to expose him. But he didn't say that on the phone. He said on the phone she never signed up for anything. So why did you give her back money?
But here's the question. Who did I send money to on behalf of the situation that happened concerning this sister? That's what Asaph didn't tell you. Now, in the spirit of Galatians 6:1, I was trying to make peace with the sister even though she's never done any business with me. Given my position as a leader in the congregation, my job was to operate blameless. So what I did to try to make amends, just to appease the situation, was send $500 to IUIC headquarters, where Asaph is located, as well as $500 to IUIC Austin. The reason I sent $500 to these two locations respectively is because Israel was the one trip where brothers took care of my expenses completely. They covered the buddy pass, they covered the hotel stay, and the reason I was sending them money was to reimburse them because I had mentioned Israel in a business video. I've been to Israel,
Honduras.
I've been to Honduras. It was a slip of the tongue for me to mention that one location in all the places that I had visited, not knowing that brothers would come as an attack on me by saying it. So I said, okay, if brothers and sisters are thinking that I'm being deceitful because I'm acting like I got there on my own strength, then the amount of the buddy pass as well as the nightly hotel fee I'm going to pay IUIC, just so that way I can still maintain that I was able to afford this on my own without looking fraudulent. IUIC will never tell you this because they pocketed my money. They're not going to give me back the money since I'm such a scam artist. But these are the receipts that are right in front of you. And again, we can set up a call where I can get on the phone with PayPal and I can have a customer service agent verify that it went to their address and they received this money. So since I'm such a scammer, IUIC, why will you not repay the money that I sent to you on behalf of making amends with the sister? Because clearly no amends were made. You're still using it against me, even though there is no verifiable proof that I ever did a physical transaction with this sister over money. But in the same exact spirit that you brothers said initially that she was doing this to destroy me, this is why you've used her campaign as a weapon against me, because you're trying to destroy me. And you have no proof to substantiate any of the things that you're saying. So here's what I want you to do. I want you, Asaph, to prove to me that that sister, Princess Ada, you've got the email. I want you to prove that she sent me money and that I received it and had knowledge of the fact that she was a customer. I want you to provide me with proof of that, and I will go online publicly to verify receipt of her money. Secondly, I want you, since you said I sent the sister money to try to cover this whole thing up, I want you to be able to show me a verified transaction that came from me where I sent this sister money to make atonement for the situation that happened. The whole narrative y'all been peddling is that I scammed her out of business. I now need you to provide me with a receipt proving that I sent her money to right that wrong. And if you can't do that, Asaph, then stop lying on me.